Hi everyone, my name is Jeff Novich, and this is VocabSushi. VocabSushi is bite-sized learning. We take big words and break them down into small, easy to comprehend sentences that are harvested from the daily news, recent news articles. Basically combine three essential things. One is real-world contextual examples, sentences, thousands of sentences taken every day from 600 news sources. Number two, just a never-ending supply of game questions like sentence completions and definition matching. And number three, the entire site monitors everything that you're doing, all your activity, to help you understand how you're doing and to monitor your progress on a word-by-word basis. So let's jump right in. I guess you can see here. So the bottom is an example of a sentence completion question that you get jumping right into the site. So when you sign up, basically we've separated the word list into two tiers. The first is, this is great for anyone studying for standardized tests like the SAT or probably many of you the GMAT or the GRE or whatever, as well as international students who are studying for English and in the classroom. So when you sign up, you specify what test you're studying for or your age, and you take a diagnostic test. And this is basically an adaptive test, very similar to the GRE. On the computer, you get a question right, you get a harder sentence, or sorry, a harder word. But we've broken out the words into 50 different difficulty levels. So you go through, and after I think 20 questions, you kind of level off onto a challenging level for you, bypassing all the words that you probably already know and settling on a level that's good for you. The system manages all of your words for you, so it's very unlike flashcards in that it just populates your list with 300 words that are at your level or around that level, and that becomes kind of the feature set for the entire all the features that you can do on the rest of the site. And I'll talk about that in a second. So this is the words page. This is really where those 300 words appear. On it, you can you see obviously the words. You can mouse over them for a definition. My favorite part is the little soy sauce bottles, which tell you your progress and how well you're doing on a word-by-word basis. So the more full the soy sauce bottle is, the better you're doing. It's based on the questions that you're answering throughout the site. You can click one of the check marks if you already know the word, and what that'll do is prompt you with a little check to see if you actually know it. And if you answer it correctly, then it takes that word, moves it into your words I've learned list, and replaces it with a new word that's at that level or higher. So you never have to manage your own list. It does that for you. Mouse over for definition, and you can even listen to MP3s of the audio. The second part is the learning page, which is a much more engaging way to approach vocabulary than your standard kind of list of 1,000 words and 1,000 definitions and memorize it and regurgitate it. The way this is done is bite-sized, right? So we just give you sentences one at a time. You can see that they're taken from a recent news article. You get the source and the headline and the date, and you can kind of page through that. At any point, you can click on the headline of the article and read it, which we'll get to in a second. This is my favorite part of it, which is the articles section. And what this basically shows you, it solves a basic problem that I had when I was working with a lot of SAT students, which is you want to give them something to read, it's current events, but you want to kind of ensure that it has vocabulary in it that's relevant to them and that it actually has vocabulary. This solves both of them because these are all headlines of articles that not only have a lot of vocabulary in it, you can see the number of words there, but they also all have at least 2 of your vocab words in it. Many of these are 2, but some of them have more. You can click on them, expand it, see the words that you're studying. You can even expand it even more and see the rest of the words in the article as well as the sentences in context. When you read it, you get to see the article reader that we built, which shows you the article highlights all the words, and you can click on any of them for definition, and you can even add them to your current list if you don't know them. I don't know if you can see, but here I added a bunch of articles, and that you work better offline, you want to print a sentence completion quiz. This is way better than a prep book because you can download kind of a customized sentence completion question quiz. All these sentences, again, from recent news articles, all the words that appear in all of these sentences, all of these questions, the answer choices, they're all words that are on your list, so you're never studying words you already know or anything like that. And you can also download MP3s and even subscribe to podcasts and listen to them on your iPod. The third section is the games, which is where you really test your knowledge. Okay, you can do sentence completions, just like what you've seen, and again, all of this is logged in the computer, so it monitors your progress. Obviously, you can look at definitions and all that good stuff. You can even check out the profile page for Word, one of my favorites, Obsecuritas, which I saw on an SAT recently. And it just gives you kind of a quick overview of the word in context of recent news articles. If you're a writer and you want to use that $2 word in a sentence and not feel stupid, this is a great way to do that. And finally, it all gets taken together into your progress page, which basically shows you the distribution of the words and kind of where you are from a level perspective. But the more interesting part is that over time your words span out into these 5 categories: soy sauce bottles, words that you're mastering, you've correctly answered throughout the site many times, and on the other end, words that you are not so good at, you need to work on. And one last thing, once you actually get a critical number, I think it's 3 or 4 of mastering words, the site prompts you to take a final exam on those words, and it'll automatically move those words off your list and replace them with new ones. So it's kind of, you don't really have to manage anything. And that's VocabSushi.